Okay. No, I'm really hot. Okay.
All right, Dave's got the milk sweats. Gotta hurry this up. Hey, I'm Blake.
And I'm Dave.
And this is the Spielberg Creatures episode of First Prize Films, a gross and scary podcast where we each select a genre-specific movie and pit them against each other to find out which film wins the coveted title of First Prize. Dave, what does that mean for us today?
Yeah, so it's like applying sunscreen only once. Might as well not even do it.
You have to apply 8 times.
Today we are running and swimming for our lives in these Spielberg creature movies.
We are.
I made Blake watch Jurassic Park, a movie that's little more than a roadmap on how we eliminate billionaires.
Oh, it's true. I'm on board for this. I like this, Dave. This is good. And I made you, Dave, watch 1975's Jaws, a movie that made me feel okay about never learning to swim.
Yeah, Jaws is not the reason that I don't like to go in the ocean, but it certainly didn't help.
It started my downward spiral of being afraid of all water. In general, clear or not, I ain't getting in.
Yeah, I mean, did you have that fear as a kid that, I mean, you knew it was irrational, but it's in the back of your head, like you jump into the pool on the beach and like you think like a shark's gonna be in there?
Yeah, it's true. Like you get in the bathtub to take a piss like I normally do, and sharks.
Huh?
What did I say? I do love both of these movies. These are probably 2 of my favorite Spielberg movies in general.
Same.
And I think they're great contenders for each other, to be honest.
Yes, it's funny because I just said same, like I had seen Jaws before this, but...
What?
Yeah.
You haven't seen Jaws?
You did this last month for our episode. Yeah.
Every time I start to have hope for you, it just gets washed away every episode. That's insanity. I watched this movie very young, like I do with a lot of these messed up movies, and Jaws had a lasting impact on me.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. I wasn't even allowed to watch The Simpsons.
Neither was I.
And you got to watch...
Yeah, my mom was a big horror movie buff.
Yeah, which is...
Nothing makes sense, Dave. I know. It doesn't make sense.
Come on, Wendy.
Yeah. Love you. But seriously, I'm messed up. So you loved Jurassic Park growing up, or where did you feel about it?
I was, you know how I'm a big space buff?
Yeah.
Also a big dinosaur buff. I downloaded a dinosaur game where you get to roam around.
Oh, that's
dinosaurs.
a cool idea.
Yeah, it was super grainy and had it was like 16-bit or something, but it was so cool.
I had a picture in my head that you're like, Ma, get off the phone. I'm downloading stuff. And then we cut to the computer. It's like that 56K modem. Bing, 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 bing. We think it's a sexy lady.
It's a dinosaur.
T-Rex is all the way down. No, I see. I'm on board with this.
No, I love Jurassic Park. I did not really care for the 2 sequels that got retconned with Lost World and all that stuff, but
we're not going to touch the sequels. I'm not in the mood.
Fair enough. So, since I didn't watch Jaws as a kid, talk about it. Why did you watch a giant shark movie?
No, I think I had a quest as a child to try to find everything that could scare me and be scared of it for the rest of my life. We got the ghosts, we got the monsters, and now we have actual living things.
Yeah.
And
fish.
Yeah, fish. Giant fish. And but I love this movie because I thought it was scary. It was like really gory in my head. It was just like kind of a disturbing thing, but I loved it. I loved the kind of sea tale about it. I don't know. I just thought it was like really fun and really compelling. But yeah, no, I do love both of these movies very deeply. And so I don't know what I'm going to pick at the end because I was thrilled by both.
I mean, yeah, I'd never seen Jaws, and I was actually really impressed with it, and I really enjoyed it. So, you know, even though Jurassic Park is a childhood staple, this might be tough for me too. We'll see.
I'm telling you, man, 2 summer blockbusters. One invented the summer blockbuster, and the other one was still a big summer blockbuster.
Yeah, it was reinvented. It
Reinvented, yeah. Both are very, both are literally inventive in their own ways of different eras. But we'll get to all that. But for now, let's just hop into Jurassic Park. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, let's fucking stomp into it, man.
Oh,
bite into it?
Nope.
Roar into it.
Sachet is what I was looking for.
Damn.
Sachet.
Movie 1, Jurassic Park, 1993.
So, Dave, I
Yeah.
need you to give me the synopsis for 1993's Jurassic Park.
Don't mind if I do. No.
Welcome to John Hammond's lifelong dream, one where we will travel back to prehistoric times. No, sorry. We'll bring prehistoric times to the present by cloning and reproducing dinosaurs and tossing them into a theme park setting. What could go wrong? Everything. This was a horrible idea.
Again, concur. Nothing goes right at all.
Okay, pushing, team moving.
So we open to a team of guys in hard hats, led by some guy in a not hard hat, but an actual Aussie hat. Australian hat with the thing.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's how you know he's like a big game hunter. They all have to wear the hat. You get the hat, and you get a handbook, and you get a fucking bazooka gun.
Exactly. And he's directing this team to load some sort of animal into its super secure enclosure, or super almost secure enclosure, because the guy opening the gate gets grabbed and ragdolled by this unseen dinosaur before being turned into dino kibble.
This scene is alarming. Everybody's yelling, "Shoot her! Shoot her!
Shoot her!
And I'm like, ah!
We are facing a $20 million lawsuit by the family of that worker, and you're telling me that Hammond can't even bother to see me?
He had to leave early.
Well, next thing you know, we meet a lawyer who needs 2 experts to sign off on the island for his investors to just forget about the murder we just saw because capitalism.
Shoot the radar into the ground and the bone bounces the image back.
Velociraptor?
Yeah, it's good shape, too.
That doesn't look very scary. More like a 6-foot turkey.
Forget the lawyer for now because we meet archaeologists Dr. Alan Grant, played by Sam Neill, and Dr. Ellie Sattler, played by Laura Dern, out in the field digging up dino bones.
Yeah.
And after Alan puts the fear of God into a random snot-nosed brat, some rich asshole shows up in a helicopter and nearly ruins everything.
Dude, it's so frustrating. I love Dr. Grant and Sadler's like their relationship and stuff, the way they talk back and forth. And then big swoopy billionaire guy comes charging in, blowing dust everywhere, popping people's champagne. What a dick.
Yeah, he definitely Elon's his way into this one.
Who in God's name do you think you are?
John Hammond. I can see that my 50,000 a year has been well spent.
This is their boss, and he's here to bribe them into going into his biological reserve, which is totally above board, don't ask questions, and he needs them to be the experts that sign off on whatever the hell he's doing, that the lawyer needs.
And he's being pretty mysterious about what he's got going on.
Yes, definitely does not seem unethical or scary at all.
No, big grandpa vibes, but also big, seedy corporation vibes, too. I don't know how they mix those, but...
No idea. They pulled it off. Trailblazers. And we are on our way to Dino Island. Sorry, Biological Preserve Island. That's not as catchy.
No.
Anyway, we also get to meet the insufferable Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum, who is a scientist of, wearing leather jackets.
So you two, dig up dinosaurs?
Trying to.
This is peak Goldblum, too.
Anyway, we're here, suddenly, not at all too quickly.
Nope.
And now that we're on the island, we're riding around with Hammond, Alan, Dr. Sattler, Ian, and the lawyer. And on this ride, the lawyer is lecturing Hammond about how in 48 hours, he could shut Hammond down. But Hammond is like, oh, you'll see, bro. You'll see.
Yeah, we don't even know why we're here yet. We don't even know what we're about to look at.
It's a dinosaur.
Oh, okay. So the car comes to a stop in the middle of a field for some reason. And now it's that famous scene of them seeing the Brachiosaurus. So it's not biological preserve, and it's actually Dino Island. Who could have guessed?
Woo! Can we call it Dino Island now? So much catchier.
So much catchier.
I love this scene too.
It's such a good scene.
It's
it's
so
iconic,
awe-inspiring, and it's iconic for a reason, man. We get to see these things, and they still look good.
They still look great.
Dr. Grant, my dear Dr. Sattler, welcome to Jurassic Park.
All right, calm down, Hammond. So far, it's Dinos 1, Human 0.
Calm down, John Williams on the score, buddy. Jesus.
Either way, though, everyone is blown away. Even the lawyer, who's like, oh, we're going to be rich. And, hey, man, there's a dinosaur right there, and you're thinking about money? Okay, I mean, I probably would, too. Either that or being squashed.
Who would you be in this scenario?
Probably Dr. Grant. Hates kids.
Yeah.
Loves dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I don't have any other way to relate to him.
That checks out to me. I'm fine with that. I'd be whoever saw this and then turned around and ran as fast as their little fucking legs could take them away from this place.
Using sophisticated techniques, they extract the preserved blood from the mosquito and, bingo, dino DNA.
After the group is forced to sit through an info ride boring, they decide, all right, you know what? Show us the cool stuff. Like the eggs. I guess it's breakfast time? Oh, no, wait. Can you eat dino eggs?
Well, if they're unfertilized, I'm sure. Your cholesterol would just go through the fucking roof. But I'm sure you could.
I'd be willing to try.
We all gotta go sometime.
What species is this?
It's a velociraptor.
You bred raptors.
Anyway, Alan gets a hold of a baby dinosaur, and I've never been more jealous of anyone or anything at any moment when he finds out that it's one of the dinosaurs he's most afraid of. They're kind of like debt collectors, Blake. They'll get you eventually.
They will find you, and they will eat you.
And at this point, everyone starts to think, maybe this isn't a great idea.
Yeah, doubt is swirling amongst the group, mostly with Jeff Goldblum's character, Dr. Malcolm.
Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Oh, come on, relax, Ian. We've already seen a couple of dinosaurs. What's the worst that could happen? I may regret asking that, I think.
Everything's fine.
Grandpa!
Kids!
Yep, I regret it. There's kids here. Ruined.
Fuck.
This whole trip is ruined.
Dave is out.
Whatever. Let's hop in the famous green and yellow SUVs and take a look around, I guess.
Please do.
If you look to the right, you will see a herd of the first dinosaurs on our tour, Dilophosaurus.
Alan, where?
After the group, minus Hammond, failed to see the Die-Laughing-saurus or whatever, and on the other side of a massive fence, the T-Rex is me when I have plans the next day after drinking, a no-show.
Oh, that's a fucking truth. Can concur with that.
But don't worry, we're about to see some shit.
Good.
Don't be scared. Come on, it's okay. We'll do tranquilizer for me. She's sick.
So Alan hops out of the automated car ride thing, and everyone follows him to go see a sedated Triceratops. It's the one with the three.
I get it. The three now. Now that you explained it, like I'm 4.5 years old. I get it now.
Great.
Sounds like
Cool.
I'm joking. I'm not. Thank you for that.
And Dr. Sattler wants to help figure out why this dinosaur is sick, and she does this by digging through dino poop.
That is one big pile of shit.
Told you we were going to see some shit. I was being literal.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are archaeologists qualified to diagnose and treat living dinosaurs?
Sure.
They are in this movie.
They are now.
Doctors, if you please, I have to insist that we get moving.
Regardless, everyone has to get back to the cars thanks to a hurricane that's on its way towards the island because these massive dinosaurs are really lacking in the scary department.
Yeah, but also John Hammond, the proprietor, grandpa proprietor. You know if a hurricane's coming, they don't just like show the fuck up. It's not like a tornado.
Yeah, this seems like a good indicator of things to come, I guess.
Good point.
Well, actually, it's everyone but Dr. Sattler who she's going to stay with the Triceratops.
Okay, Dino Dr. Sattler.
Dino Poop Dr. Sattler.
More specifically.
Hey, what'd that touch? We didn't touch anything. We stopped.
Fences are failing all over the park.
So we're on our way back to the compound or the gift shop area. I don't know. And the park is going through some routine systems maintenance. And for some fucking reason, that means the self-driving car stop and the security fences holding in these prehistoric death machines start shutting down. But that's fine. Okay, don't panic, Blake. The dinos were a no-show once already. Everything's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. Now that the fences are down, I'm not scared at all.
You feel that?
Maybe it's the power trying to come back on.
See? It's just the power is about to come back on. And we'll be on our way to some sweet, sweet gifts.
The power is stomping through the forest?
That's how that works, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm sure it's nothing else.
Probably not. Oh, you biffed it.
Yep, sure did. Because the fences are off, the T-Rex just decides to rip through the fence. And since the lawyer took off running to hide in a random bathroom that's just right nearby, the kids are left alone in their vehicle for the T-Rex to try and rip apart to get to them. But don't worry, Alan to the rescue.
Dude, this is so scary. It's so fucking scary.
Yes.
There's a T-Rex and it looks good, but it's just like rah, trying to gobble up these kids. It's, oh my gosh, this scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Hey! Hey, hey!
Ian, are you even a real scientist? Also, where's your leather jacket?
He's just sexy guy who says smart stuff.
Ugh. Anyway, Alan is able to lure the T-Rex away from the semi-crushed SUV, but of course Ian fucking ruins that.
Of course.
Though he does get the lawyer bitten off the toilet by the T-Rex, so that's cool.
I love this part. He just whomp while he's taking a dump. But why was he taking a dump? His pants were down, right?
No, I think we just remembered that as kids because it was funnier, but no, he was just hiding. No.
I absolutely believe you.
Look, I'll just show you.
Oh, yeah, I guess there was pants there. It'd be better if he was pooping. Just saying. I got notes for you, Mr. Spielberg.
Anyway, Alan is able to get Thing 1 out of the car, but then the T-Rex is back, so Thing 2 is still stuck inside.
Oh, no.
And the giant killing machine forces the smashed car and Alan and Thing 1 over the barrier to a giant drop? How did the T-Rex climb up the vertical concrete wall? We just saw him come over the barrier, and he was level with the concrete barrier. So what happened? How is there a fucking drop here?
He took the dino steps on the other side. That's actually a good point. Like, I never noticed that at all.
Yeah. It literally goes from the T-Rex being on level ground to the concrete barrier, and then just cuts through that car being pushed through that same hole in the fence over a cliff.
I never thought about it even frickin' once. I'm just wondering what they sequenced that dino DNA with to fill it up. Like, frogs can jump.
Oh, shit.
Just saying, maybe it's not a plot hole.
Oh, no. Go.
Okay, but we don't have time to figure out the logistics of the T-Rex paddock or its DNA.
No.
Because Alan has to get Thing 2 out of the crushed SUV, which is stuck in a tree, and then out of the tree. As the SUV is falling straight down at them, and then it fucking lands on top of Thing 2 and Alan.
Oh, God, this is a lot of manual labor for scientists. I'm just saying.
Well, we're back in the car again.
At least you're out of the tree.
So now that Alan has gotten Thing 2 out of the car in the tree, and he directs the kids to safety, back up into another giant tree, which feels like not safe, but also it's better than being on the ground where you could be dino kibble.
That's true. Which one's Thing 1 and which one's Thing 2? I'm very confused.
So Thing 1 is Lex, the older sister, and Thing 2 is Tim, the one who's got the jokes.
He's got jokes.
Must go faster.
So Dr. Sattler and the Aussie hat guy go to the T-Rex area to find a very hurt Ian and the carnage left by the giant dinosaur. But they realize that Alan and the kids are still alive. But then the T-Rex is back and it is pissed. Yeah. Probably at just having had a shitty lawyer meal. You see what I did there?
It's very salty. Lots of sodium.
Next time it'll be flawless.
It's all an illusion.
When we have control again.
You never had control. That's the illusion.
So after they get away from the T-Rex via that famous Jeep chase scene where Ian's in the back like, yeah, the must go faster scene, exactly. Dr. Sattler slaps Hammond in the face with some cold, hard reality. And then we're back with Alan and the kids who are up in the tree. And this is cute, okay? They feed a Giraffosaurus, and Lex, gets sneezed on by the Giraffosaurus and covered in snot. It's just heartwarming.
It's so gross. This always grossed me out when I was a kid. It made my gag reflexes kind of like start to stimulate. It was bad, dude. It grossed me out, but it is a cute moment.
It's very cute. But don't unclench your butthole entirely, Blake.
Never.
Because we got to get control of the park back. It's going to be risky.
Get this shit under control now.
Shutting down the entire system.
You can get somebody else because I won't do it.
Now, as I understand it, all the systems will then come back on their original startup mode.
So if I'm getting this correct, the system that runs the entire park was undergoing maintenance because another guy kind of fucked him earlier. We didn't really talk about Dennis. And so now he's like gone, and now the park is just like done for, right? All this.
It's like on the fritz. Everything's failing and freaking out, and and they can't get back in because he put a virus into the system for some reason to fuck everything up, and they can't get back in because of this virus.
Fuck Dennis.
Hold on to your butts.
So we find out that the only option is shutting down the system because I guess just fleeing for your lives is not the solution. Whatever.
They gotta contain the animals.
It's an island. It'll be fine. Anyway, they shut down the system, but it trips all the circuit breakers, so the power is still off. Okay, cool. No problem. We'll just flip the breakers back on.
Where are the breakers?
Maintenance here, the other end of the compound.
Wait. Why the fuck are the breakers not in the same building as the computer systems? Who built this compound? Ocean Gate?
Oh.
Too soon? I don't care.
Not soon enough.
I can't wait anymore. Something went wrong. I'm gonna go get the power back on.
The smoking tech guy, played by Samuel L. fucking Jackson, who I failed to mention at this point, went to go get the power back on, but it's taking too long, and Dr. Sattler is super stressed.
Yeah.
But like, okay, dude, he probably had to stop 3 times for smoke breaks.
Smoke break.
Either way, she's going, and Aussie Hat Guy is going with her.
Yeah.
With a shotgun and a singular shell, which is effective, I'm sure.
Wait, what?
He puts one shell into the thing, and then we're ready to go.
What? Mm-hmm. He's a terrible big game hunter. What a dumbass.
I can see the shed from here. We can make it if we run.
No, we can't. Because we're being hunted.
So remember the debt collector dinosaurs?
Yeah.
AKA velociraptors?
Yeah.
Well, the shutdown caused them to get loose, and they are coming for you about your car's extended warranty.
They're the smart ones.
Anyway, Dr. Sattler gets into the power shed. While she's getting into the compound, Alan and the kids are now forced to climb a giant 10,000 volt fence that I guess was originally for the T-Rex.
Timmy, I bet I could climb over the top and be on the other side before you could even get to the top.
Come on, guys. It's not a race.
It's currently off because remember all the systems are off, all the power's off.
Right.
And they're doing that because they're making their way back to the gift shop area.
Got it. Cool. Yeah, you got to get those dino plushies before you go to the hospital.
Right, exactly.
And file a lawsuit. Go on.
But at the same time, Dr. Sattler is turning the power back on and...
Tim, you're gonna have to jump.
You crazy? I'm not gonna jump!
Nothing like the smell of fresh adolescent in the morning.
I'm telling you, I can't believe Dr. Sattler just barbecued Tim.
But yeah, to be clear, the fence does turn on. Tim was scared to jump off to save himself, so he just...
Exactly.
And he goes flying.
He goes flying into Alan's arms.
Yeah, like a bug in a fucking bug zapper on a summer night.
Exactly. It's a Tim zapper. But you know what? At least Dr. Sattler's safe in the power shed, right?
Maybe.
Mr. Hammond, I think we're back in business.
I don't think I'll ever learn about speaking too soon.
No, neither of us will.
Anyway, a velociraptor chases Dr. Sattler out of the shed, and Aussie Hat Guy gets outsmarted and eaten by one of the 6-foot danger chicken debt collectors.
Clever girl.
Danger chicken debt collectors.
You have to find the others.
Thanks, you look after Tim.
So now Alan gets the kids back to the gift shop compound, and now he's got to go find the others. Instead of just staying put for some dumbass reason, they're playing a very dangerous version of phone tag.
Dude, just stay put and also get your niece something nice for Christmas. You're already there.
Either way, though, the kids are safe now. We just got to round everyone up and get off this fucking island.
Please, God.
Timmy, what is it? It's a velociraptor.
Fuck. Okay. Tim and Lex are now trapped inside the gift shop kitchen with a couple of velociraptors.
Bro.
AKA danger chickens.
Yes.
Luckily for us, though, these kids are tenacious and way smarter than I give them credit for.
Yes.
And Lex is able to knock one out with her reflection on metal, and Tim traps another one in a freezer.
Bro, this scene is so good. It's so intense. Mm-hmm. It kind of reminds me of like the natural predecessor to the kitchen scene in The Shining. You know, when Danny's like stuffed in the thing.
Yes.
We can call for help. We gotta reboot the system first.
Moving past how stupid it is that you have to boot up each individual system, the danger chickens have figured out how to open doors. And they're trying to get their 4-piece family meal, damn it. But guess what, Blake?
What?
Lex knows the system that the park uses.
She's a child hacker.
I guess. And...
Yes!
Call the mainland. Tell them to send the damn helicopters.
finally, this horrible nightmare is over.
It's gonna come through the glass!
God damn it! Okay, you know what? It's fine because our group is tenacious.
It's true.
They escape the control room through the drop ceiling and out into the main gift shop lobby. But the danger chickens are following. They surround Alan, Dr. Sattler, and the kids, and it's not looking good.
No. Can you? I don't even like real chickens. If real chickens surrounded me, I'd be like, bro, it's over.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm done for.
You would be done for.
These things are going to peck the fucking life out of me.
Fucking Rexy, who is the T-Rex's real name, that's canon, don't look it up, is just suddenly in the gift shop lobby with everyone and attacks the danger chickens, saving everyone. Dude. So this is like the paddock thing.
Yeah.
How did the 60-foot T-Rex get into the lobby with no one noticing at all?
Sneaky sore.
After careful consideration, I've decided not to endorse your park. So have I.
Also, this scene is why I could never be a vegetarian. I have to be a meat eater to save my life one day.
Huh?
To save my life one day.
I don't understand.
To save my life one day.
You know, whatever. It doesn't matter because everyone that matters is safe and gets off the island and... we roll credits.
Oh, okay. We're just done. It's just it.
We're just done.
Over.
It's over.
Cool.
Yep.
Who did they call? Did they carpet bomb the island? What's going to happen?
Nothing. They just left it.
Fuck them.
It's an island, Blake. I don't know how many times I got to tell you.
Dinosaurs can't swim.
It's true. Not even the swimming dinosaurs.
Not
the
even
swimosaurs, if you will.
They need their floaties.
Yeah, see, they're Blakeosaurs at that point.
Yeah, but as Dr. Malcolm said, life finds a way
sure does.
To make floaties and get to the mainland. We just never hear the end of that quote.
We never know, really, how he wants to finish it.
True, and there's no sequels, so who knows? There's no sequels.
Okay.
There's 4 sequels. Stop it.
Oh, man, I fucking love this movie.
Me
and
too.
Obviously, I left out a couple of things because they don't really matter in the long term. Like Dennis Nedry, we left him out because... who cares? I mean, he's like this whole like sinister guy who's trying to steal embryos, but then he fails.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't matter that he's there in the first place.
Well, he's the reason why any of this stuff happens, to be very clear.
Yeah.
It's not like the dinosaurs got too big for their britches and started fucking shit up. It was Dennis who like set all these things in action to screw everybody, have the systems go down, and have the dinosaurs run amok. So everything is predicated on Dennis Nedry being a fucking dickhead.
Yes. But he does fail at his quest to get extra money by selling dinosaur embryos.
Yeah, so there's that whole subplot with him not getting enough money or something, and like there's a couple other things there too, of course. But yeah, time is time, and we ain't got none of it.
Right. But yeah, the CG still holds up. I love the practical effects. It still looks great. It's still just as intense and fun, and I still get just as big of a boner over the dinosaurs.
That's gross. But also, it's a very tight narrative. You know, like the writing is what holds this up as well. Obviously, the visual effects, all that stuff still works, which is necessary. But the writing and the pacing of this movie just like brings you across the finish line. It's such a good film.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with the fact that the original author of the book, Michael Crichton, was a producer on this movie.
Yeah, that's true. He did have a say. And Spielberg, not to give one man all the credit for everything, but Spielberg definitely has a knack for picking stories that are very well written and have great characters. There's a lot to juggle here, and I think this film pulls it off flawlessly.
It really does. And like you said, it's equally tense, but like fun and funny. And I don't know. It's such a good movie. I just love it so much.
I fully agree. But I think it might be time to get a little wetter.
I don't love the way you said that.
We should get wet.
I'm really not liking this.
Have you ever done PCP, Dave?
If it gets us to the sharks in this whole debacle, it's fine. Let's do it.
Okay, Baby Shark the movie, coming up next.
Movie 2, Jaws, 1975.
All right, Blake, we had the above-ground prehistoric teeth movie. Yes. Let's go ahead and hop into the underwater prehistoric teeth movie. Give me the synopsis for Jaws.
In the murky waters off the shores of Amity Island roams a shark. But not just any shark, a friggin' huge shark. And it's got a taste for bipedal hominids. Enter Police Chief Brody. He'll team up with a rich kid and a drunk guy to finally hunt down that shark and shake him down for the town's lost summer revenue. Will the shark pay up? Or will he fight?
What What's your name again?
Chrissy.
Where are we going?
Swimming.
So we open to two drunk partiers on Amity Island, New York. Chrissy and some other guy. They chase each other along a beach at dusk. You know, it's kind of cute. They're flirty. And theoretically, this dude is going to get laid. But he ends up having full-body whiskey dick and passes out on the shore. But lucky for us, Chrissy, she's an independent lady, you know, so she decides to go swimming regardless of Half-Mast Martin back on the beach.
Okay, listen, she may be independent, but she's not very smart, because why the fuck are you swimming so far out into the water?
Never claimed she was smart.
Okay.
She's not only swimming way out in the water, but it's dark, and everybody knows, I even know this, and I suck, that all the scary fishes come out at night.
Exactly. Dumbass.
Come on in the water.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
So things are going pretty great for a good 30 seconds when this happens. Chrissy gets eaten by a shark.
Jesus Christ.
Did she not hear the music?
I don't know.
That music means get the fuck out of... Actually, I don't know if the music plays in the...
I don't think it does, dude.
Maybe it was underwater and she didn't hear the music.
It's underwater music. That's what it is.
Anyway, at least somebody got laid.
Huh?
Nobody saw her go into the water?
Somebody could have.
I was sort of passed out.
You mean she ran out on you?
No, sir. She must have drowned.
So the next day, we're with our main protagonist, Amity Police Chief Brody, played by Roy Scheider. He's chatting with Half-Mast Martin about Chrissy, who is considered a missing person at this point. Nobody's seen her. But I gotta say, this quote-unquote kid looks like a middle-aged pontoon boat owner. I understand why Chrissy chose to get eaten by a shark rather than fuck this guy.
It was definitely a lifestyle choice to be eaten by the shark.
It was a lifestyle choice. Good for you, girl.
Oh, Jesus.
So they find Chrissy's mangled body washed up on shore, and based on, well, you know, the bite marks, they rightfully assume she was killed by a very large shark.
But also, she was really far out. How did her body make it into shore?
The tides be crazy in New York, Dave.
Fair enough.
Beach is closed. No swimming. By order of the Amity PD.
So Chief Brody tries to close the beaches down, but the mayor, a total piece of shit, has an alternative point of view to give us.
Oh, God.
I'm only trying to say that Amity is a summer town. We need summer dollars.
That doesn't mean we have to serve them up a smorgasbord.
We never had that kind of trouble in these waters.
Well, what else could have done that to that girl?
Well, I think possibly, yes, a boating
That's not what you told me over the phone.
You yelled shark. We've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
Thanks, Mayor Fuckface.
What?
Dude.
The local government's gonna get in the way? I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
It's like... put people into shark-infested waters, and then we can make money.
Exactly.
I hate this. From here on out, I want to be very clear that our antagonist isn't some meathead great white shark. It is fucking capitalism killing these people.
For sure.
And guess what happens next?
Capitalism.
You're right. It claims its first victim. That's right. With everyone swimming around in the open water, including Chief Brody and his kids, a local boy gets snatched up by the shark in a vulgar display of dinner time.
I mean, it's gross. But luckily, they didn't kill the dog.
That's true. We saved the dog. Fuck that kid. I'm just kidding. No, this is a frightening thing, too. It's like the thing comes up and it takes the kid under, and there's like blood everywhere. The effects still look really good on this.
It is very gross, yeah.
I'll catch this bird for you, but it ain't gonna be easy. Bad fish. This shark, swallow you whole.
So at a town meeting, they decide they need to find this shark, and honestly, there's only one man for the job. It's a man ripped right out of a Hemingway novel, Quint, played by Robert Shaw, and basically, he's an old fisherman who's earned his years, and by the looks of it, he spent 0 of those years sober. He looks rough.
Yeah, he does. He says, the shark will swallow you whole, but we just saw the shark bite 2 people, so...
He could swallow you whole, but it's a texture thing, you know? Yeah.
What?
Anyway, instead of hiring the guy from an urban legend, they decide to declare open season on sharks, so all the fishermen in town are hunting this thing. And luckily, a more qualified person does show up to town.
Who are you? Matt Hooper. I'm from the Oceanographic Institute. Oh, for Christ's sakes, you're the guy we called. I'm Brody.
So this is Matt Hooper, played by current old asshole Richard Dreyfuss. He walks onto the scene dressed in his Canadian tuxedo, and he's here for a bad time, dude.
I like this Matt guy. He better not die.
To be determined, Dave, but of course, he's got to view the corpse of our first victim, Chrissy.
Oh, gross.
Didn't you get on a boat and check out these waters? Well, this is not a boat accident.
It was a shark.
I mean, not to sound like a dick here, but I don't think we need a professional to tell us this. Like, when there's bite marks everywhere and a large chunk of a person missing, I think it's a safe assumption that it was a shark.
Apparently not, according to the mayor. He's still saying boating accident.
He's dumb. But you know what isn't a safe assumption? To blame the attacks on the very first shark that the fishermen do catch.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what kind? What kind of shark?
Tiger shark.
A what?
So the locals caught a shark, right? And it is a big one, to be fair. But Hooper isn't convinced it's their shark. It's not nearly big or bitey enough for them. It's true. And see, the kind of shark they're looking for, it has like tribal tattoos and it drinks twisted tea by the gallon. You know the type. You see him at the beach all the time.
What?
You know, he also wears Oakleys.
Oh, yeah.
Shark's a badass. He plays Frisbee with his bros.
Can you be more respectful of the dude bro shark? It's disc golf.
It's smash ball. But here's the rub of the whole thing. The mayor is convinced that this is their shark, so the beaches will open again. And the only way Hooper can convince Chief Brody that this isn't their shark is to cut it open and just rummage around for any of the boy bits that may be in there.
Gross, but also, yeah, I like this.
Well, you know what they find?
Boy bits?
No, a fucking radiator and a license plate or something. But this does mean that this shark isn't our shark, and our shark is out there. And I'm just going to call him Jaws from now on. He's a swimmer in the sheets, spilling blood on the streets.
The water streets.
Gotta close the beach, call the mayor.
Got a bigger problem than that, Morton. We still got a hell of a fish out there.
All right, so they got to find this fish. It's action time, yeah?
Yeah, but no, because we already found the fish, according to the mayor.
No, but now we know it's not the fish. We got to find Jaws now.
But we need money. But
first we got to find Jaws.
Boat time!
Boat time! These chuckleheads hop on Hooper's boat, and you know what they find instead of Jaws?
Seaweed.
Well, that probably too. But they find an old trashed fishing boat. So Hooper puts on his scuba gear, and he swims to check it out. And luckily, he finds a passenger, or the head of a passenger.
Oh, okay, great. Wait, what?
When that fisherman's head floated out in front of Hooper, I almost peed in my pants currently. Dude, I forgot about this part.
It scared the shit out. I literally jumped when it happened.
Me too. I'm in my 30s. And so a Jaws attack is finally confirmed, and Hooper and Brody really need to convince the mayor to shut the beaches down now. As if they didn't have a million other fucking reasons.
Well, again, money.
Oh, yeah.
If you open the beaches on the 4th of July, it's like ringing the dinner bell, for Christ's sakes.
I pulled a tooth the size of a shot glass out of the wrecked hull of a boat out there, and it was the tooth of a great white.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business. Now, if you fellas are concerned about the beaches, you do whatever you have to make them safe. But those beaches will be open for this weekend.
This scene is giving me big 2020 COVID vibes, you know?
I'm fucking telling you, dude.
Right? Yeah, people may get sick and die and spread it across the country, but I have a goddamn kazoo factory to run. Anyway, fuck that guy. It's the 4th of July now.
Ugh.
So, as mad as I am about this stupid turn of events, everything is going fine. No, wait, it's not. A shark fin floats by some swimmers, and it's mass hysteria on the beach.
Oh my God.
And anyone who ever says men were real men back in the 70s is a fucking liar, because these dudes be chucking little kids out of their floaties to save themselves.
Oh my God. That dude's literally like, fuck these kids, I gotta get out of here.
But despite all these child drownings, luckily, it was just a prank played by 2 kids.
I was gonna say, I don't know who would do that, but that sounds about right.
Yeah, kids would do that. But unluckily, there's actually a shark now.
Shark! The shark!
That's what I said, Regina, thanks. So Jaws swims into the channel where Brody's son is on a boat with his friends, and Jaws eats another guy but spares the kids because this is a family movie.
I think the shark made a mistake, but, you know, whatever. My opinion.
Mistake or not, did I mention this film is a PG rated movie?
What?
It's a fucking PG-rated film.
How?
The 70s, Dave.
Oh. They're smoking cigarettes in cars, and not everybody had seatbelts. I get it.
They hand you an unfiltered Marlboro on their way into the theater.
That's why everything looked great in the 70s, is because there's a thin film smoke haze just covering everything.
Yeah, they knew they could get away with some wonkier special effects because of all the smoke.
Exactly.
Anyway, now that Jaws came for his son, Brody is taking this whole thing very personally.
Very personally.
Remember Quint, the Hemingway character from earlier?
Oh yeah. Weird drunk guy.
Weird drunk guy. He's back, and he's been hired by Brody to take him and Hooper out to murder that shark.
Shark murder!
Up fast, go. Break for depth, George. Stand by fire drill.
Now, our ragtag crew heads out in this old-ass boat named the Orca, ready for battle. We got Chief Brody, who doesn't do boats or water, Hooper, who's a young rich asshole, and Quint, who's an old drunk asshole, so, you know, we got the whole dream team together.
Yeah. Everything you need to run a boat.
Everything you need.
Damn it, Martin! This is compressed air.
Well, what the hell kind of a knot was that?
You pulled the wrong one. You screw around with these tanks and they're gonna blow up.
Yes, real fine, expensive gear you brought out here, Mr. Hooper.
So after a brush with the J-Fish himself, the men continue on until Brody gets a little more up close and personal with the shark.
I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this shit.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Bruh. We finally get to see the head of Jaws, and it's fucking massive.
Massive.
I'm talking Alec Baldwin on a Coke binge big.
I was thinking Charlie Sheen, but okay.
That's a 20-footer.
25. 3 tons on him.
God, 25 foot and 3 tons? That is massive. Is that massive? I don't know anything about sharks.
That's a floating semi-truck, my friend. So now that Jaws is back, he starts circling the boat, and the men have a plan. They have a bunch of empty barrels on board, so they're going to harpoon the shark with a rope attached to a barrel, which will essentially keep the shark closer to the surface and allow them to kill it. It's like forcing on a life jacket to a shark.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. So he can't like go underwater.
Or he can't go as deep, theoretically.
Oh, okay.
So they hit Jaws with one barrel, and guess what?
He's upset about it?
Well, I mean, I guess I'd be upset about it too, but it's not enough to keep a good shark up.
Wait.
Because he should be going down. Anyway, everything's backward in the sea. It's not enough, and Jaws is gone like a lover in the night. Shut up, Dave. Don't ask me about my lovers. That is until later in the night, Jaws comes back after the guys have tossed a few drinks back.
Oh, God.
Nothing like being shit-faced on a boat in the middle of the ocean during a shark attack.
I mean, that is the scariest shit ever.
Dude, it's fucking wild. I have anxiety just thinking about the ocean, so...
I'm telling you.
No thanks.
I literally, at this point in the movie, I literally got anxious.
Yeah, me too. And regardless of my moisture-laden anxiety attack, we have more barrels, and we're going to make sure that fucking shark floats this time.
Yeah, fuck that shark. Wait, don't fuck sharks.
Pet your fish.
Pet your danger fish.
They're up again!
Now what?
Well, why don't we start leading the shark into shore instead of him leading us out to sea?
Okay, so 2 barrels didn't work, and now Jaws is trying to drag the boat with their own lines.
Yeah, it's a sick game of sea tug-of-war with this shark. Sounds fun. Sorry. Terrifying.
I'm betting on the manual transmission shark. Shark's got a fucking Hemi in it.
I'm telling you.
Things aren't looking so hot, but I guess we're sticking with the barrel plan for some reason.
Sure.
Maybe 3 will do the trick this time.
Yeah.
I hope.
Okay.
Can't stay down with 3 barrels on it. Not with 3 barrels he can.
You sure, Quint?
Dude, you've been saying this the whole time, and you've not been right one time.
Like, and it's not just the 3 barrels we gotta worry about. It's your fucking boat from 1870. That thing's coming apart at the seams.
It's got the very first internal combustion engine in it.
This thing is literally sinking. That's not even, it's sinking into the water. So here's the new plan. Hooper is gonna try to get in a shark cage off the side of a sinking boat and then try to drug him.
Nope.
Well, I think I can pump 20 cc's of strychnine nitrate into him if I can get close enough.
Strychnine nitrate is a poison, so essentially Hooper wants to kill the shark like a Victorian woman trying to kill her abusive husband.
Damn it, Matt. This is why we can't have nice things.
It's true. Just like that, Jaws rams the cage that Hooper's in, which breaks, and he loses his go-to-sleep juice down to the ocean floor. It just starts attacking him. And so, luckily, since Jaws broke the cage, Hooper is able to kind of slip out and hide in the ocean under some rocks or something.
Sure.
While Brody and Quint, they get attacked above water on the sinking ship.
Oh my God.
So Jaws free willies his ass onto the boat and gobbles up Quint. Quint is just donezo, dude.
Oh, man, I'm actually sad about Quint. But not as much as I am having a panic attack about the boat sinking.
Oh, my God, I know. So Quint was just Jaws' like boozy first course, and he's got a Brody-sized hole in his saltwater stomach. He's going to fill it, goddammit.
God.
Because that ship is a sinking. When Jaws comes out of the water to get Brody, he swallows a compressed air tank while Brody pokes him with a stick, you know?
That'll do it. That'll help.
Luckily, Brody does have a rifle with him too, so as he's sinking closer and closer to the water, Brody gets an idea. He aims the gun at the shark.
All right, come on. Show me the tank.
Finally, Jaws pops up out of the water, heading straight for Brody, and this happens.
Smile, you son of a...
Brody shoots the air tank in Jaws' mouth, and it pops him like a big, meaty water balloon. It's fucking disgusting, dude. It's disgusting, but a joyous occasion nonetheless.
It's great, but you're still sinking.
Yeah, luckily, Hooper, remember him? Little bitch boy, just staying under the water? I guess he sees all the chunks of shark, sinking to the ocean floor, and he surfaces with his air tank.
Hey, what day is this? It's Wednesday. It's Tuesday, I think.
So Brody and Hooper paddle back towards the shore. They're close enough. They paddle back with the floating barrels and stuff. They look at each other, they kiss, and we roll credits.
What the fuck? Did you watch another bootleg movie?
Okay, maybe they didn't kiss, but I wish they did. It was a perfect moment.
Yeah.
Notes, Spielberg, notes. That was Jaws.
God damn. It's such a good movie. I legitimately... I love that movie. It was great.
I am so glad you finally got to see it. I didn't realize you've never seen it.
I've never seen a single movie.
Apparently. What a classic, dude. It's a blast of a movie, and it still holds up. I think it's still scary and charming and, funny, and the effects still look good, in my opinion. I think it's a still very effective film.
Yeah, and it's like I said in the opening, it's not the reason why I don't go into the ocean, but... it kind of is now.
Yeah, are you traumatized a little more after seeing it?
Yeah, because my whole thing is I don't like not being able to see what's around me, especially with predators and things that can bite and sting you and hurt you. I'm like, no. But knowing that there are fucking sharks that could just pop out and take off a leg. Listen, I know they won't like it because I got ink all over my body and they'll spit it back out and hopefully I'll get to keep my leg, but I don't want to go through that trauma.
Nobody wants to, Dave. Nobody wants to. I'm going to continue sticking clear of the water. I'm going to not be a chief of police on a beach resort town, and I'm just going to avoid this entire situation.
Sounds great, because I don't think you'd be able to handle being a chief of police in any small town or any town at all, because first thing happens, there's a Blake-shaped hole in whatever room you're in.
Done, son. Send my pension checks to 1, 2, 3, 4 fuck off lane. I'm out. This is a good time and two very good movies that I'm really interested to hear your points for in the Thunderdome.
I'm interested to hear your points.
This is going to decide what I pick, I think.
Oh, really?
I think so. So give me the hard sell, Dave.
Here we go.
Movie versus movie. Welcome to the Thunderdome. This place fucking rules.
We are back in the Thunderdome, Dave, and I'm never going on vacation again.
Ever. Not to islands, not to to anywhere with water. We can go to the Midwest. Nothing bad happens there, right?
No. Also, Jesus Christ invented TVs for a reason. I'm staying here.
Huh?
Leave me out of it.
No, that was Al Gore.
Who is Jesus Christ? Anyway, before we watch these movies, Dave, you and I decide on 5 things that we both agree make a good genre movie.
Sure have.
In this case, we're talking Spielberg creature films. So let's go through those points.
Let's do it.
Number 1, we need a heart-stopping creature or creatures.
Well, I've developed a new fear.
Number 2, we need a righteous protagonist or protagonist.
We got morals up in this piece.
Number 3, we need an action-packed plot.
I am so amped right now.
Number 4, we need universal themes.
This is about more than the creatures, isn't it?
And finally, number 5, we need a bittersweet ending.
It's a happy ending, sorta?
It's a happy ending, single tear. So we're starting with heart-stopping creatures.
Yes.
I don't know what you're really expecting me to say about Jaws. It's a fucking giant man-eating shark that apparently has the capacity for personal vendettas. It's like,
oh, yeah.
It's everybody's nightmare for a reason, you know?
Yes, it's
my
true.
heart would literally stop if I saw a shark's fin anywhere near me,
Oh,
let alone
100%.
that of a shark that fucking huge.
Yeah.
I'm scared of a lot of things now, but Jaws is just a heart-stopping creature.
Jaws really is a heart-stopping creature, especially because we already have fear of the deep water, and that's, I mean, God. But let's be honest here, okay? Jurassic Park is full of heart-stopping creatures. You don't have just one. You got the Giraffosaurus, you got the danger chickens, you got the Spitacidosaurus, and especially you got Rexy. But honestly, while the Giraffosaurus is awe-inspiring, the heartstoppers are the Velociraptors and the T-Rex. Both of those get your heart pounding immediately and heavily. Are you going to die on the shitter? Are you going to be tricked into being a raptor snack? You don't know.
You don't know. No, it's true. I think these creatures in Jurassic Park are just, they're scary. I know you even said like mainly the, Velociraptors and the T-Rex. That Triceratops is like so like sweet looking, and even like the Brachiosaurus, like the top. I would shit my pants to death. My heart would stop. I'd be a bad main character in any of these movies.
Yeah, and you know what? That actually gets us into our next point perfectly. Righteous protagonists. Alan, Dr. Sattler, and even Ian a little bit are all very righteous. Okay, they see right away that this whole concept is just wrong and very uncomfortable with it. They're thrust into being essentially heroes and forced to save their fellow humans from these prehistoric killing machines. They know this is wrong, and they make their concerns known, really showing that they're very righteous protagonists.
No, it's true. They're scientists, and they are awed and amazed at first, but then when they start to see the little holes in all this, they're like, and they speak up immediately.
Right.
But in Jaws, our main protagonist is Chief Brody. He's the new police chief, so he's still trying to like feel out the temperature of the community, which is decidedly pro-capitalism and apparently pro-shark, because closing the beaches would lose them business, and we need that.
No.
Oh no. But Brody gets undercut at every turn to make the beaches safe, so he finally has to take matters into his own hands to make sure he can ensure the safety of the entire island. And that's pretty righteous, man.
Yeah, it's pretty righteous. I think Brody and Matt are very, righteous in their own regards, and they're very concerned. I do think, though, that Dr. Sattler, Alan, and Ian are a little bit more concerned with the overall direction of the planet with this whole new science technology, whereas you just get one shark who, you can kill.
I mean, I get it, but also the setups are different. We're talking about a local event in Jaws. There's no reason to call in the world's top foremost experts or,
they do
oceanographers. I mean, it's a local thing, but when you're talking about Jurassic Park, you brought back an entire extinct species, tons and tons of them, and they're giant, and they can gobble you up. And yeah, you have to bring in the world's top scientists. There's bigger things going on there. So I don't know if they're necessarily comparable in terms of the righteousness, because they're both trying to save people and adhere to the laws of science as well.
Either way, though, both situations are very big.
Yeah, no, it's true. And I think we can move on to the plot of these movies, the action-packed plot.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't say Jaws necessarily has the most action-packed plot, in a traditional sense, but it does move along pretty nicely. And when the shark comes out for dinner, we're locked on that screen, dude.
Yeah,
every time we see him, or he's could be lurking around, we get some of those POV shots, we're there. There's such a sense of dread, and especially starting in the second half of the movie, because we got harpoons, we got barrels, guns, more barrels, shark poison, the boat sinking, and even Quint just getting slurped up alive. It's pretty action-packed there.
Yes, it is pretty action-packed. However, Jurassic Park is known for its action-packed plot, and I guess dinosaurs, but you got the T-Rex loose and trying to eat and destroy everything and everyone.
Yeah.
You got raptors hunting and toying with humans. You got Jeeps falling off of cliffs that are inexplicably there for no reason. And you even have the T-Rex suddenly saving humans from the raptors. This movie absolutely crushes an action-packed plot.
Dude, Jurassic Park was built for action. I gotta give it to you. There's so much going on, and this film doesn't stop at all.
No, it doesn't. It just keeps going.
It's all killer, no filler, and it has something to say, too.
It really does. Perfect segue into universal themes.
Yes.
I think we can all agree that universal theme here is the inherent dangers of playing God. We mortals have no sense of the endless and at times dangerous possibilities when we mess with nature and try and control it.
Right.
It's a commentary on letting nature do nature things and do not try and control it. It's also a bit of commentary how instead of doing things to help the greater good, the rich only do stupid shit that they want to do. But mainly it's the playing God thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. And to piggyback off that point, that's about respect for nature. And this is about killing nature to protect man. You know, it is about taming nature to maintain a natural order of things. But on top of that, Jaws is really about greed as well in its first half. The mayor and everyone is so concerned about their bottom line that they're willing to allow human sacrifices to their shark god to make a buck. That's fucking sick, bro. And not in the cool way.
No, it's never the cool way. But both are very big, and I'm really not that happy about either one of them, to be honest with you.
I don't blame you. They both kind of culminate in these big, bittersweet endings. I love Jaws' ending. It always gets me pumped, dude, to see that absolute unit of a shark just get blown to bits. I think is enough to get anyone to cheer, you know? But as Brody and Hooper paddle back to shore, we're also kind of like reminded and left to dwell on Quint's death, as well as the deaths of Chrissy and the Kittner boy and others, you know, who got us here. So while we do have a little bit of celebration at all the shark guts and stuff, the ocean is now lined with the body parts of its victims. That's bittersweet.
Yeah, I mean...
It's a metaphor.
Honestly, yeah, okay. I was going to argue against one of the things, but I really can't because you're right. But I would say the ending in Jurassic Park is the definition of bittersweet, okay? Our heroes all get out alive, and that Hammond guy's there. But Ian is hurt. No, kind of good, because fuck that guy. But so many people died. Well, like 5. But more importantly, we don't get to have the Dino Park. How will we tempt fate now?
Single tear for the Dino Park. No, I get it. I do think there is a bittersweet ending, and I think it's really emphasized, you know, with the music and everything, because they're flying away. They get their escape, and it's like, man, look what could have been. Look at all the things we could have learned if it was just done less greed-oriented. Not that John Hammond was out for greedy things necessarily. He was out for righteous things essentially, but there's only a bottom line there. So
it's true. It wasn't necessarily for the science, it was for the money. So
at the end of the day, it's for the shareholders.
Yeah.
But both great endings, and both endings that I absolutely freaking love.
I agree. I think both endings were fantastic. I love the ending of Jurassic Park, especially when Hammond does finally come around and Grant has to get that sick burn. I've decided not to endorse your park.
I know. I was like, yeah, but everything's still on fire around you, so just save the quips for the ride home, bud.
Yeah, probably. So there's a T-Rex right there. Maybe just hold on a little bit.
Just hold on.
We don't know how he got in the building, but he can get out, I guess.
Well, I think I've heard enough here, and I think I might be ready to make my decision. If you're ready to move on to the finish line.
You know what? Let's do it.
Hey, look, we did it. It's the finish line. We're at the finish line. Can I go home yet? Alright.
Oh boy, Blake, we have drug our tired corpse-like bodies across the finish line of these two movies.
Corpses was right. I'm dead.
It's time to crown a winner.
It is, Dave. Lots going on here. I have lots of thoughts, lots of feelings, mostly. But I don't know. You want me to go first? Or you want to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. So I've been thinking about this a lot over the last
2.5 minutes.
just bouncing back and forth on which, because I love both of these movies tremendously, and I think anybody should see both of them, especially if you're like Dave and you've never seen Jaws.
Never seen anything.
Jesus Christ. Doesn't matter when you were born. You didn't have to grow up with these things to enjoy them. And I think for me, while Jurassic Park has such an incredible sense of motion to it, it's scary, there's all the things going on to it, Jaws really frightened me a lot.
Yeah.
More than I remember. It's been a long time again since I've seen it, and it was really affecting.
Oh, yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, though, what captured me most, and I think what hit our points probably better, was Jurassic Park.
Oh,
I think I have to go with Jurassic Park on this. It's just such a good movie, and everything is so perfectly wrapped up. I don't think we needed any sequels. Glad we never got any to any of these. And I'm very happy about this one singular movie. I think it's a fucking masterpiece. Both of these are masterpieces in their own right, but I think Jurassic Park takes it for me.
I gotta say, man, I'm a little shocked.
Yeah?
Mainly because, I mean, Jaws was a trailblazer in terms of, like, scary creature movies. It really brought and developed fears to people's minds about sharks. And I'm not saying it's directly responsible for the deaths of thousands of sharks over the years, but I'm implying it. Anyway, so it's got everything, right? Yeah. It's got a scary, good-looking animatronic shark.
Yeah.
It's got lovable characters and characters where you're like, do I like this guy? I think I like this guy. I'm looking at you, Quint. And it's got bad guys that aren't the creatures.
Right.
But I do think that Jurassic Park does all those things better.
Okay.
A lot better. I think the animatronics look better. Obviously, it's years later, but...
It's almost 20 years later.
20 years later. So that's not quite fair, but it does. It does look better. Sure. It also trailblazed in its own way with combining CG and practical effects.
Oh, yeah.
It's got multiple different scary, trying to eat you animals rather than just the one.
Oh, yeah.
It's more tense. You know, the nighttime scenes are a lot scarier. They were a lot scarier as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, man. Jurassic Park takes the cake for me in this Steven Spielberg creature films genre. So I think we gotta crown it first prize.
We got a winner, Jurassic Park.
Woo!
God, what a fucking good movie, dude. Again, both of these are so good. Are you glad you finally got to see Jaws?
Oh yeah, no, I did enjoy it a lot. I thought it was great. It did scare the shit out of me a couple of times. I legitimately jumped, I did have full body anxiety as the boat was sinking.
Dude, for sure. God, there's so many great elements to it. Is this something you'd watch again?
Maybe. Maybe. I think for me, it's more of like I saw it, I appreciate it, I don't need to watch it again.
Fair enough. I'm going to watch both of these movies again at some point. I don't watch them often, but people love both of these movies as they should, and both have a lot of rewatchability, in my opinion. So
yeah, I would say that Jaws has rewatchability. I just don't necessarily feel it per se.
Fair enough. Glad you saw it once. Glad there's no sequels to that movie ever either. Both
none.
Two singular films, never needed sequels. Thank you, corporations, for not being greedy.
Blake.
I'm sad now.
Oh man, well this has been fun. I think this is a great start to season 4. It couldn't possibly go downhill from here.
Sure couldn't.
Hey, First Prize listeners, thanks for tuning into the premiere of Season 4 this week. Thanks for fearing prehistoric creatures with us. If you enjoyed this episode, if you enjoyed hearing us shit our pants just a little bit, consider subscribing to our socials. It's at First Prize Pod on all platforms, and that includes Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on TikTok and YouTube as well. Also, don't forget to check out our website. It's firstprizefilms.com.
Yep, we do this for free because we gene-edited ourselves into millionaires, but if you'd still like to support us, consider rating and reviewing us on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah! Join us next week as we take horror into space, which apparently isn't scary enough as it is, with these space horror films.
Yep, we're talking about Alien from 1979 versus Aliens from 1986.
Yeah, it's gonna be out there. Huh?
It's a space joke.
Yeah.
It's a space joke. Yeah, I fucking hate space.
See ya!
Bye ya! That's pretty funny.
Nothing screams funny like going, haha. It's pretty funny.
Sorry.